Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, folks, we are very serious. Now, I received some information that we've been researching, very disturbing. And if you live in the San Francisco, California area, I highly recommend that you listen to this first-hand account, eyewitness account, and confirmation. I will not reveal any names to protect these folks' identity, but here is the report I have. Hey, Paul, I'm up here in San Francisco Bay. I'm in the area there. It's a lot of insanity happening. I've noticed an increase in these white city F-150 pickup trucks with the city seal driving around all over the place. I live right next to the SFO, which is the San Francisco airport, and the layout of the whole area is pretty obvious. First, San Bruno, California train station, which was just completed with construction. This connects a military base next to a school across the station. The station itself is a super solid looking with elevators, with bulletproof windows, walls. From there, a bit up the street is the Tanforan Mall. Originally, it was an internment camp for the Japanese people during World War II. It is directly connected in the structure to the San Bruno Police Department and our transit BART station. This is a sort of a subway system all throughout the Bay from Oakland, California, across to San Francisco City, soon to be down all the way to San Jose, California. Also, all just down the street from the San Francisco airport, connected by the San Bruno Avenue. So what you have is a San Francisco airport, a train station with bulletproof glass, the police station, an internment camp turned into what appears to be and what is a mall. All of this connected with a subway system. So it's a place where very easily, containment, citizen containment could be used again with easy access to transporting people either by rail or by air or by land, okay? And there's been a lot of activity around this entire area. Now get this. Okay, now that I've given you the layout, this is what's going on. About 3 months ago, we were walking our dog around 7-ish p.m. and we were almost hit by a car as we crossed the street. Now, naturally, we called the police because it wasn't the first time this has happened. The sergeant who responded took care of all that and was actually one of the nicest police officers I've ever spoken to. And somehow he got the nerve, I got the nerve to straight out ask him what the deal was with everything going on there. This was during the whole Jade Helm hype, which is oddly not all out there as much. But matter of fact, I admitted I told the police, she said she told the police officer that she was a conspiracy theorist. And although they aren't theories anymore, because we know that Jade Helm was actually confirmed by the United States Army as a covert operation among the citizen population here of America. So even though it's not a theory anymore, and I was concerned about what the best ways possible to protect my family in case of a blow up, as we are seeing things happening. This is what he said, quote, "What you mean the whole Jade Helm thing? What do you mean by that?" And to which I answered, yes. He then paused, he looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Check this out." He took his earpiece out, turned off his walkie-talkie, and put it in his truck. He walked back and flat out said we needed to load up on weapons. Now, to train, to stock up, to have escape routes ready, including maybe a small boat, so that we'd be prepared, being on the coast, so that near the bay, He said he had been getting ready for this for a long time. He knows his family, himself, and all U.S. civilians are in danger. So horrific it blows his mind how no one is moving and preparing like we should. And from the I-5 freeway and all the land east of it will basically be trapped. And the train stations will be how they take us wherever they do. The question is, who is they that he's talking about, and where are they taking people to, and why? All right. Now he says, I looked at my friend and I had no words. I knew in my heart he was telling me the truth. The most of all, they were prepping for El Nino because we are below sea level, and the boat was in case of flooding and cars not available, and we could still somehow have a shot of making it to safety. Yes, flat out, he put it all out there. And I asked him why he had told us this, and he said, because God will ask me one day why I didn't warn more people. Their blood will be on my hands. Of course, I started tearing up because he was this person in a position of power who so many like him have kept their mouths shut out of loyalty to their jobs or whatever. Not the usual source of such info as far as preparing tells us all this and risking his job. I'm sorry, it's a little run on there, to save his lives. And of course, before all of it, he was doing it because it is what he knows God commands him to do. In other words, revealing this information. He politely asked that we tell only those who will respect the information and use it correctly, because he was risking 16 years of his career if it got to the higher ups, and that he had said all this. He was just a few weeks shy of turning in his badge for an early retirement. So me telling you this, you don't have to worry. He's not at risk anymore because he has now retired. So this information was not given to me till after this police officer had retired. So he's safe now. And the individual that's revealing this information to me, very concerned, of course, and wanted us to have this information. And the question is, so in other words, there's a lot of preparing going on, drills, a lot of stuff, a lot of activity down there in San Francisco. Yes, you could say it's preparing for El Nino. And oh, by the way, El Nino has come. The storms have come. And there's going to be 4 consecutive storms in a row. And right now, Los Angeles, California has been under literally, there's flash flooding going on there. I mean, rain is coming down like crazy, which the region needs desperately, but not in huge amounts so quickly like that. Because when you have such dry land, you can have tremendous flooding. But even though that could be the preparation or the reasoning for the preparation, what this officer is saying is that's not the real reason. He's talking about an invasion. He's talking about a taking over of a society. Now, you guys I have told my dreams before. The 1994 dream where America was overtaken. Basically, our government just gave us away. And there were foreign troops on our lands. And there were internment camps. And the exact word I heard in that dream was internment camps. Now, I have a 2-part. You can find my dream on my YouTube channel. I put it out there 2 or 3 years ago. I had the dream in 1994. I've shared it in front of congregations of people for 20 years. But it's part 1 and part 2. You can actually listen to the entire dream I had. Find it. It's part 1, part 2, my vision of 1994. And it's partly the reason why I wrote this book, The Mark of the Beast, RFID. And now 15 different things that I wrote in this book. 15 different things that I wrote in this book, taking the dream, the vision the Lord gave me, and Bible prophecy and current world events, and overlaying it in a novel called The Mark of the Beast, RFID, a end-time apocalyptic scenario. 15 things I've written have come true in the last 3 years that I wasn't prophesying. I'm just writing it into the book as how the end times could come about, and they're coming about. especially the New World Order, the rise of the beast. So this information is very important. I think I have no doubt in my mind that this lady is being completely as honest as best of her recollection. She sees what she sees. And those of you who live in the San Francisco area, you know that what she's telling you is correct. There is a lot of high activity going on, and people are not sure why. All right? Keep your eyes open. Jade Helm is not really over. It was just a test for what's about to take place. And we don't know when exactly, but we just know that keep your eyes open, folks. Civilian containment, which is what actually took place in Germany during the days of the rise of Hitler, where they literally sealed off entire communities, the ghettos, as they say. It's a real strategy. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, these are the last days.